Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to another episode of Big Takers with Ayo. I'm your host, Ayo Akpewe of Partigo Events. Partigo Events is a kids party planning company based in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you to everyone who has been watching all the episodes that I've put out on my YouTube channel. I am so excited to know that a lot of you love to watch it. I see all the comments. Thank you. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now because I promise you that I'm still going to bring, you know, a lot of powerful and very entertaining and educative guests to this show. So on today's show, this one I'm so excited because the person here today is my colleague. Yeah, every other person that has come, they're my colleague, but this is my colleague because we do the same thing in the events industry. She's a kids party planner. She is a creative genius. If you know, when I mention her name and you say her, you will know who I'm talking about. She's super talented, very imaginative. Each time I see her work, I say, how did this woman think about this one again? You know, she is so talented and creative. I have today Mrs. Oge Cynthia Eboh of Kiddies Heaven, the popular Kiddies Heaven.
Thank you so
much for coming.
Thank
you.
So happy. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I'm actually very honored that you invited me here. I love it. To be honest, I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for just agreeing to come on. I said, oh, please, will you come on the show? And you're like, oh, yes, of course. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you.
You're one of the, I would say, pioneers of the kids party planning.
Really?
Will I say? Well, yes, kind of. I mean, there have been people there before, but you were also part of the early.
Well,
yes. Early, and you're very inspiring. You know, you inspire a lot of us to want to do more. If I can say that, each time I see your work and everything, I'm motivated to say I can do better in my next, party. So well done for everything that you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want you to tell us about yourself. What motivated you to start doing this?
Okay, well, my name is Oge, as she already said. I'm the CEO of Kiddies Haven Events. We do just like what she said earlier. So we do the same thing. Yeah, we do children party planning, decorations, and everything events. Okay, so motivation or what made me start this party, I think it's born out of creativity and passion. Okay, so before I started Kiddies Haven properly, I just noticed I had this passion of passion for decorating small spaces for people. Then I used to do a 9 to 5. Wow. So most times when maybe my colleagues that are maybe doing something for their kids or maybe their own parties, I'll quickly run to the Ore market, buy a few balloons, hang around for them, do some small drapery, buy some little things, do a little DIY. So at a time I was like, when I stopped doing the 9 to 5, I'm like, what can I even start doing? So one day I just woke up and was like, this passion that you have, can't you even use it to make money? So on a particular day, I went for a party with my husband. It was his friend's child's birthday party. When I got there, I was like, this is what I've been wanting to do. So I saw someone decorate. I was like, this is it for me. Just from that day, I couldn't even sleep when I go home. I started going to the internet, searching for who I could at least do a little training with. Thank you to Cash Kids. Cash Kids was, yes. So Cash Kids was one of the, exactly. So I contacted her. And she told me, okay, come on, we can. I don't have anybody for now as an intern, but please come on, I can train you. Thank you, Cash Kid, for putting me up there. So that's how, after my training, I think I trained her for like a month plus, and then that was how.
You know what? I know Cash Kid, and back then, there was one thing she said to me about you. She said she knew that you were going to. She likes, I was the word we use here. That even in the class, the suggestions, she used to tell me that, Kiddies Heaven is so creative.
Wow,
you said it. I wanted to ask you is, growing up, were you this very creative? So for someone like me, I'll say that when I was growing up, there was nothing creativity. Like nobody could have said this person is creative.
Yes.
But for you, were you creative? Could people see it that you were very creative?
Growing up, I can't really remember if I was creative, but maybe it was in me. But unfortunately, maybe I didn't go to a good school where they put up kids to do the creative things with arts and all. It was just more about go and read. I wanted to be a teacher, funny enough.
Okay.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher. I like to teach. I used to have a blackboard back in my sitting room. I had my chalk, I had my cane, so I always teach chairs. Even now, my daughter does the same thing. So I always say I want to be a teacher. I'll own a school and all of that. So, but then when I finished school, I maybe because of opportunities, it wasn't really opportune for me to really show my creativity. But all of a sudden, that thing was just in me anyway. I like to do little crafting. But then again, as I said, there was no opportunity to really explore. But as I grew up and started seeing all these things, maybe putting up things for people, and I loved balloons. I used to go to Ibore, I'm sure you know Ibore Market.
Of course, yeah.
I go there, buy balloons, blow by myself. But then I never even knew
even
they had.
When you had not started doing
Yes,
the job.
yes, years even before I started Kiddies Haven. So I was doing out of passion, out of creativity. Sometimes, even when my first daughter had her 1 year birthday, I did decor myself. I wasn't a decorator then, really. Decorator in the word decorator. So I went to the market, bought some things, bought some danglers, bought some cardboard sheets, crafted some things with her name, sticked in my living room.
This thing you're saying is so interesting. Maybe that's how, because for me, I would say that's where I found mine too. Because when I used to live abroad with my kids, of course, I couldn't afford anything like party planner. I used to do their parties. So I would buy these things, decorate myself. And my church people would come and say, who did this? I did it myself. And they're like, do for us now. So.
And then you used to do it free of charge.
Maybe church is doing something, it will be your name they will call, So somehow I think maybe it's been in hot somehow.
Exactly.
And then
we didn't know.
Yes,
we didn't know.
We didn't know. So yeah, well done. You made a very big thing out of it. So
thank you.
I wanted to say, when exactly did you start Kiddies Haven officially?
Okay, this is my 10th year. Okay. Yes, this is my 10th. I said 2015. Yes, 2015. 2015. So after my training with Cash Kid, and then a client. Then I started posting pictures from her job. Okay. I created my page. Thank you to my husband. He is what that gave me the name Kiddies Haven.
Oh,
yes. So he gave me So he gave me the name. We created a WhatsApp. Sorry, not WhatsApp. An Instagram account, and I begged him, please follow me. He was my first follower with his personal account. I called my friends, please follow me, Kiddies Haven. So I clocked 10 followers. I was like, 10 followers, and then before I know that, 50 followers, 100 followers, and then that's how the excitement take. When I do parties, people be like, wow, this is so beautiful. So it really motivated me to do more. I remember my very first client, and to think that then my first client paid me 40,000 naira for decorations.
Yes. We all have stories.
So when then we are not doing all these branding. It was just about balloon acts. So that's what we learned. So balloon act. No, that balloon that we do, that we put a child's number, maybe 1 year, 2 years. I don't know if you know it. There's this iron. Exactly. We now do Mickey Mouse hair. You now put. So that was what she wanted, but I wanted more. Then I used to also follow Play Band. Thank you, Play Band. So she also motivated me. I used to follow her. She used to do brandings and all. Even Kids Culture. These are the people who also motivated me in the industry. Kids Culture, Be Events, Play Band, Cash Kids, Kut and Cuddly, Maya. There were a lot of them then. So when I wanted more for myself, I felt this is not what I wanted to do. So that my first client, she paid me for just balloon act for backdrop. But I said, no, I need to do more. So I did more. I did some branding. I did backdrop for her. I did a lot of things. In fact, after the party, she gave me another 20,000. She was like, oh, thank you so much. You really did more than what I paid for. So that was also a motivation. I was like, okay, if I can really do this, that means I can be better. So I noticed that for every party, I want to be better than what I've done earlier. So that's what keeps me going. Yes,
that's very inspiring. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask you about your support system, my next question, but you've already mentioned.
Okay.
I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it, that when people do jobs like this that are really hard, the support system is solid.
It has always been my husband.
Your husband.
My husband has been my number one cheerleader. In fact, most times, there's no time I don't say I want to stop decorations. In fact, as I yesterday, I said I don't want to be a decorator, but he keeps on pushing. He keeps on pushing. He keeps on motivating that you can do it. Is it because of what happened? You can be better. No, forget how. He keeps. There was even a time. Sorry to say, there was a time that I don't know what happened. My driver did not show up. And time was really a game. My mom said, do you know what? Bring the truck here, I'll drive it. My mom drove the truck straight to the venue. I'm telling you. So he has always been my support system. Thank you. If you can hear me. Thank you. I really appreciate. Yes, I really appreciate.
That's the why we are shining. Because if they're not supportive or you are not all right emotionally, mentally, you won't be able to deliver.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, sir, to all the supportive husbands.
Thank you.
Also your children.
Yeah, well, my kids too. They've first sometimes they'll be like, Mom, why are you always going out? Mom, why are you always going out? Sometimes, because you know how it's when we do set up. Sometimes we do set up overnight. We don't even get home to the next day. Like, Mom, but why? But now they understood that mommy has to work.
Go.
If one of them is saying she wants to be a decoder, she wants to take over from me, I'm like,
Wow,
that's
you're
fine.
welcome.
But please, you be better than me.
Amen, amen,
So they
amen.
already understand that this is what the work takes. So, but we try to balance the house and work and all of that. Yes, and thanks be to God, we keep it going.
For His grace. Thank
Yes.
God for that. So
Yeah.
well done.
Thank
So
you.
now I want to move on to the people, because the
Okay.
questions I'm asking are things that affect both of us now. Like I feel like we will relate.
Yeah.
How do you manage, I would say, staff loyalty? I'm going to ask all the questions at once so that you share. In this issue of stealing, I don't know if it's happening at your end, but I've had some cases. So I want to know how, because let me say a bit about it before I let you speak. I feel like, for me, what I've always done is try and motivate staff in the best way I can. So when you come and start, I say, look, this job is hard.
Yes.
It's very hard. We'll be working overnight. We'll be doing this. So the little I can do, motivate you here and there, whatever I can offer, accommodation, this one. But some of these people will still...
I've learned one thing. No matter what you do for people, if they want to do something to you, if they want to be against you, if they want to treat you bad, they will still go ahead and do it.
Okay.
They are never satisfied. For issue of staff, I've tried all my best to really keep these people. But truth is that some of them are not, I don't want to put them down, or some of them are not educated as what we want or something.
Okay.
So most times the way they think is also not the way you think.
Same way you would
They
think.
don't have the vision for the party or for this business. That's not their vision. So most times just let me do this and I get
Collect my
paid.
money and leave.
So they don't really understand the fact that customer is waiting for this. So most times they just at first, well, thanks to some of my staff who are also willing to even do the right things. Even when I'm not there, thank you to Samuel, Roland, Auntie Kechi. There are so many of staff that I have. These people, when I'm not there, they do a lot. Yes, they try. They try their best. They do a lot of good work. But there are some of them that will come in then they just want the money. So even if you like tip them, buy them food, give them transportation, when you really need them, they won't be there. Either they disappoint you, or they're sleeping, or they claim they're tired. So I've noticed that these people, you can't do the work alone, really. You can't. So we just keep managing them. Sometimes we take some of them away. Maybe we lay some people off and bring new people, but the cycle still continues. But what can we do? We just keep pushing.
I like the fact, sorry to cut you, that you mentioned that they are good ones.
Yes, no, they are very good ones.
Among my team, I have good people. But what I observed over the years was that the moment you have bad ones, they want to contaminate the good ones.
Exactly. That's just it. Some
it.
of them are just, some of them, I don't know the way if I should
Way
use
to describe it.
Yes. So some of them are just there for what they want to get. About issue of theft, to be honest, I don't know how we can avoid that. I've tried to do what I can do, but these people, we've gone to parties where I say, okay, bring me this pop. I'll give a list. These are the things we use for this party. Bring them to the next venue. By the time we get to the venue, okay, where is it? Say, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. It's not at the store. It's not at the warehouse. So what happened? Where are they? I don't know. I can't find them. So who took them away? Nobody.
See, banners.
There was a party we had. We had a cocomelon party on a Saturday. So we had an animal party for Sunday. We printed banners. So everything was brought to the venue. So that from this venue, we are going to the next one for setup. The party ended. We couldn't see any of all these items. And the party was for Sunday. Not even one banner. Everything was rolled together. The SAB, everything was kept in a corner where we did our popcorn stand. We did not see one. Everybody said it wasn't me. So who did? And luckily I started making calls. Who could I get? Who could print? So many people were saying, oh, it's already Saturday, midnight Saturday. But luckily I was able to get someone who could help us to pay. But then there's a whole lot of money wasted. End of the day, did you really make profit from this party? So issue about theft, there's still a lot. Most of them that are just there because of that gain. Even if you pay them whatever you think is their worth, you motivate them, you give them recharge cards, you give them. But when they want to treat you bad, they don't look back.
They don't really care. You are there thinking, they don't. I've been treating you well.
Exactly.
Why are you not?
So it's just the good ones that we just say, okay, because of these good ones, what can we do? Let's just know how to make you work. So, and I have staff too who have really done well for themselves. They've grown. And now they do their parties. I've seen some of them that have gone back to school. They did their study. Somewhere just finished his NG. Also going for HND. He does his own parties. Roland, the same thing. So many of them. So when you use those good ones, you'll be like, okay, for at least these good people are really showing that you are treating them well. And that you're also teaching them. Because I feel that there's nobody who can come to our setup and really want to learn, that would not learn.
Once you work with you like twice, you should be,
because it's like we are open. Everything we do, you are seeing it, down to our vendors, down to our sourcing of items. We send you to the market, go and buy this, so you know where we do all these things. So if you really want to do good for yourself, there's no way you cannot learn. So I've seen a couple of them who are really truthful to themselves and who are also very loyal, even though they do their own thing. But anytime I call them, okay, I have to so think, they might be like, okay, ma, I have something to do, but don't worry, I will make it. I will work out for you. Exactly. They are very loyal, so they've really grown. So most of them are quite good, but then the bad ones,
there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing.
You know, this year it was like, you can't call it a haste in my office that I had to fire like until it's just towards the end of this year that I had some peace. These guys were stealing. Like, when I mean, I've been saying this stealing, you guys, I'm warning you guys. Do you know what they did recently that took me out? Okay, it was my mom's birthday in January, and of course we did banners and everything for them. And so normally when we do all those things, if somebody's picture is there, we'll give it to the client.
Okay.
But because it was my mom, we just carried everything and brought it back to Lagos. I wasn't around, and my uncle was driving somewhere along the Lekki Ekpe Expressway and saw my mom's picture
somewhere
on the expressway.
Oh my God!
Store. So they had stolen. So
and sold it to someone.
They steal. So I had good stuff and I had bad stuff.
Ones.
The good stuff were fighting the bad ones, trying to keep everything stopped. But these bad ones, they will even enter their rooms to go and steal this one. So you know, when I wasn't around when they sent me the video. By the time I came back, I just I knew the people doing it. You put CCTV, they break it. You see, by the time
they always find a way. Let me tell you one story. So there was a time that because of how we all know they steal, so sometimes I'd be like, okay, let me put these precautions. Okay, we put cameras, at least when they're loading, you watch them and all of that. So there was a particular day that the boys came to the store, they loaded the truck and all. So they went to buy diesel on the road. So luckily, my auntie Kechi, so she was there with them. So she was trying to now pay. She now noticed that one person jumped out of the truck from the back. No, he threw rows of banners from the truck. He threw it down quickly because everybody was in front buying diesel. Yes, rows of banners. Yes, because he knew that there was no other way he could bring it out of the store. So he put, as we were loading, he put them into the truck. So he threw it down from the fence. So he wanted to now run away with the whole thing. So she caught him. I was like, "What are you doing?" Say, man, no. He now said, like, okay, open it. They were all series of banners. He rolled them. So his plan was to probably carry them home and go and sell.
We eventually investigated.
So some of them they'll fold it and put it into their bag that they carry. So if he's stealing, these boys they steal.
They have people that. So by the time we're doing investigation, I found out that they already have a standby
buyer
that just comes. See, I don't even want to go into it, but since those people had left, those group of people, at least we've had some peace.
Yeah.
But as I said, this whole bad egg and good egg. What I learned from this now is the moment I smell, before I would push and say, okay, this person works hard. Let's just be managing. Let's just be. Now, if I see that you're a bad egg and you're going to contaminate the good eggs, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't deal with this anymore because it's a bit too much. So, yeah, thanks for sharing. I guess we just need to focus on the good ones,
the
loyal ones, and see how we can curb the stealing. So, I want to go to the next one. So, the next question is, how do we manage demanding clients?
Okay, first of all, thank you to the amazing clients. We've had so many amazing clients who they don't even stress us. You give them their bill, you discuss what you want to do, they give you your money, you have peace of mind, you go explore, do whatever you want to do and get it done. These people, they don't even bother coming to the venue. They probably, if they come, they'll be like, oh, wow, give you hugs, thank you. And then, so sometimes I think maybe probably they're scared, or can you really put up this? Some of them are not really certain if you, or maybe I think it's anxiety too. Some of them are very anxious. They'll be like, okay, what if it doesn't go well? So they send their family members. But what I have noticed is that most I'll tell them, if you are not there when we are discussing on our mood board from the start, there's no way you will know what exactly I'm doing. So most times when these people chat me, I tell them, please, this is what we've agreed to do. Don't worry, we'll get it done. I'll just assure that we'll get it done. So even on the party, even if you come and say no, but this is what I can show you, this is what we discussed. So don't worry, it's going to be fine. So as God may have it, it's been working for us because we just assure them that really, this is it. And then most times, some of all these people who are really demanding, we end up coming back and say, oh, wow, I was just anxious for nothing, because they feel that you actually overdid what they even thought you could do. I've had a client who, she told me to do a mood. That was years ago. So I didn't know how to do mood board. So I only just told her, okay, we do the backdrop here, we do the entrance here. She was like, she needs to see a mood board. Like, I don't know how to do mood board, but whatever I want to create for you is up here. Don't worry, I'm getting done. She was so anxious. She kept on calling me. She's scared. I was like, don't worry. I already know what to do. You've told me what you want. You've told me your colors. I'll get it done. And lo and behold, on that party day, she came around 10 in the morning. Everywhere was almost set. She hugged me, she kissed me, she was so happy. She was so happy that she even gave me some extra end of the party. So sometimes, some of them, I think it's just be anxiety that really give them that stress of being too demanding and all. But what can we do? We keep on trying to manage.
You put that, because if we look at it that way, then it will be easier to manage these people.
Yes.
So it's more of anxiety than being nasty or being difficult. A lot of them are not able to. I have a party over the weekend. How would it turn out? How would it? And I like that mood board thing too. There was a point to it I used to say, I don't know anything about mood board, but now it helps, honestly.
Yes, it does.
Now we know what we're doing. We see, we put it up, and everybody agrees.
Exactly. So everybody be on the same page. You can't come back to say, oh, this is not what I wanted, or this is not safe.
Yeah, it really very helpful. Mood boards help. Thank you so much. So I'll go on. We finished talking about people. We talked about staff. We talked about clients. I want to talk about logistics a bit.
Okay.
So some of the issues that I'm having now is like storage, warehouse issues, because of all the things that we do. Every weekend we build. So I went to the office this week. The place they said, man, this is your office. The only place I could sit was like a quarter. They've loaded. I'm like, wait, you guys said this is my office. You understand? So we're looking for bigger. But again, I always say, like I said to my husband, that we'll look for bigger, and trust me, in the next 4 years, we're going to be looking for bigger.
Yes.
So how do you handle storage logistics?
Okay, for storage, as you said, if there's no week we don't build. We build, we keep building, and then before you know it, maybe next client will say, no, I want this. This person will say, I want. So we keep building. Storage is never enough. That's the honest truth. It's never enough. But then, what I do these days is probably sometimes I will just do yard sales. Okay. Some of them I will be like, okay, let me even dash some of the items. Well, sometimes we even recycle. Okay, so there's sometimes that I want to do something small. I'll just tell my carpenter, okay, that other board that we have there, that other arc we have there, we've not used it for over how many months? Please recycle, cut it out, let's use it and build something else. So that one too helps us a little to probably try to reduce the amount of things we have. But truth is that our space is never enough. If there's no week you come to our store that is not looking scattered, because as boys are loading, they're moving A from A, they're moving B from C. Everything is jam-packed, and then by the time they come back again, so this whole thing about logistics and loading and storage is a whole lot. But then, how many lands do you want to get? It keeps, because you know how it is with the pricing of how to get storage stores and all. So it's very expensive. So we just keep managing what we have. That's just it. And sometimes I'd be like, okay, maybe let me not even be. Maybe I should just go and rent. I'll probably rent for someone for that week and return. If I know that thing doesn't really come up all the time, I'll probably just rent it. So I don't need to build for that particular week. And then, but then again, storage, I don't think is never enough. It's never enough.
But I like what you said. Like try and recycle when you can. You know, the ones that you can recycle, when you can sell off. You know, sometimes
we even dash out.
And dash out
exactly. Very correct. Sometimes you go to Corey's room, it's filled up with so many characters.
I'm not even gonna lie, there were some those small ones you used to use those days that you tie at the back. Try to give it, and nobody wanted it. One day I told them, please pack everything and go and throw it. You know, it was just consuming space.
Exactly.
We don't use it anymore.
Then for logistics too, that's for moving our things, right?
Right, yeah.
Logistics, I think the government is not really helping us in the sense that we have so many of these people on the road. There's no way you go. There's some places that when you go to, you are paying this money here. You are paying maybe the estate toll. You are paying the guys.
You forgot the big bosses. Let's not.
There's so much money that we pay on the road. So sometimes nowadays, what we even do is either we move very early in the morning or we move late at night. If you are not seeing VIO on the road, VIO will say, oh, this is happening, even sometimes when you have all your documents complete, they might look for something to just delay you. I've had a party where the party was supposed to start by 3 p.m. in the afternoon. As my boys were going down, but that was years ago anyway, so they were going on that particular day for a setup. Unfortunately, the last man guys stopped the truck, and they held this truck for hours. By 12 noon, our truck was still with last man. By 1 p.m., our truck was there. I was panicking. I was making calls. What can I do? I was calling different people
on the day
of the event. Yes.
Wow.
So by the time they really, I had to pay. We paid so much money. Then we paid money. By the time they released the truck, before we could get to the venue, it was already past 3. Guess we are all seated. Yes, it was bad.
Wow.
Yes. So that one taught me that no matter how small my party is, it's either the truck goes in the night before, let him go and pack. Wait till the next morning we continue. Yeah. Because that experience was a very bad one. Because we couldn't, guess we are there. We are now setting up from. You can imagine trying to do, even then years ago, we are not doing so much like we do now. But then it's somehow when people are there, the client pays you for something. You can't come and tell the client, oh, it's last mile, oh, it's road safety, or so nowadays. Traffic, exactly. I even had a party too where traffic, but luckily we still got there before it was evening party, so we still got there by 5. We were able to use 1 hour to settle. Wow. So transportation in Lagos is another. Yes, so it's either you go very early in the morning, but then again, sometimes so that you might, sometimes that maybe my truck is not, the load is so much. I bring in someone, the person will keep on telling you, I'm coming, I'm on my way. I'm on 1 hour, you've not seen the driver. 2 hours, you've not seen. 3 hours, you've not seen. But then again, we just keep on. So what we just do, we just move all our important things first and start working while we wait for the second trip. Yeah, so
I think that a day before thing has also.
But I think Lagos State also needs to help us business owners, because the kind of money we pay on the road to these guys is a whole lot. There's no spot you won't go to that you won't pay. You keep paying, and then when you charge the customer, okay, let's say you tell the customer, okay, transport is 200. Basically, like for what? Where are we going? Exactly. But they don't know all the things you see. People that you tip on the road from this bus stop to that bus stop.
Lekki Gates now, truck now is 10K.
Yes.
It used to be 4K. The last time they said it's 10,000.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, how do you?
And if you go in, even if you go in 2 or 3 times,
you pay for every time you pay.
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you put that?
Yes.
Orchid
Road, every bus stop. Exactly. There are so many bad spots. So it's a whole lot, and it's
not. Those guys say it's 10,000 now.
Yes,
this used to 1K, 2K. Now they're like it's 10K. They will hold your bus and they have the right to. All these things we face.
So I just it really does. It really does.
But it's part of the thing. I guess we just keep trying. Like you said, sometimes move in the middle of the night. Avoid all these guys.
Yeah.
I feel like Saturdays I don't want to mention their names specifically, but I feel like enforcement officers are always out. Knowing that
the event,
yes. So there are
so many events for that weekend.
If they waste your time, you want to get out of that situation.
So you really need to pay.
You pay to move.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's okay. We keep trying. So the next one I want to say is costing. So I want to ask you a question. Okay. When we were talking earlier, I already mentioned in conversation where we had an event where we had to, because of wrong costing, we had to supplement on our own end because we didn't want to disappoint the client. So have you ever had a situation where you had to use your own money because you didn't cost well and you had to use your money to balance up for an event?
Yes, I've done that. Where we actually feel you charge well, and then by the time you start doing working. The work, maybe you are doing the carpentry where the carpenter is charging you so amount. By the time you even start buying balloons, there was even a time we had a party. I think balloons were so scarce all of a sudden. So we had to now buy ×2 of what we plan to buy. Fabrics and colors we are not in the market. All those Christmas season. Yeah. So there's sometimes that you'll be like, okay, I really charged for this party. And then by the time you now start doing your expenses, start constructing, start doing your DIY, find out that you really did not charge well. Yes, but I think that's just maybe few times. But nowadays, to be honest, I don't. It's either I take the job or I don't. Because the work is a whole lot. So it has a lot of mental work. There's no time I don't have my book beside me because we're always thinking, once the client sends you money, you can't sleep well. You're already thinking, what do I do here? What do I create? Yes, what do I create here? What am I putting here? Who am I calling? So you begin to make calls, you begin to think. So it's a whole lot of mental work, physical work, emotions. So I don't think it's really worth it if you do all this and you're not making profits. So it's either I give you the bill, it's either you go for, maybe if your budget is not up to, you go for something smaller. So you can't, yes, I know that the country is hard, but then again, everybody also needs to be happy. You need to balance it. If what you want is so big, if it's above your budget, please try to tone it down so that your money too can also be enough for us to execute. Sometimes people also think that, when once we say it's also amount of money, that whole money goes into our pockets. Yes, it doesn't. We have a lot of behind the scenes. We have a lot of printing, designs, constructions. We build a lot these days. So by the time you finish all these things, money is gone, really. So nowadays, to be honest, I don't. So it's either I'm going ahead with it. Oh, I'm sorry, it won't pay me.
I'm
Then
at home
yes,
with my kids. I love that.
yes,
We all live-
everybody's at peace.
Yeah.
So that's
Thank you for
basically it.
speaking up for all of us. This is what we are all thinking now. I mean, I say with years of experience
Yes,
as well.
yes.
You've played your part. So it's
Yeah.
only fair that if you're going out, it makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, so thank you for speaking to us.
Okay.
So now I'm going to talk about knowledge sharing.
Okay.
So as somebody who trains, I know you train a lot, and well done. I know a couple of people you've trained, they are doing excellently
Yeah.
well. How far do you go with people? Because me, I get a lot of people asking me questions.
Okay.
You know, I'll just get somebody ask me a random chat about design or something. I'll answer you first one. Then you come back again, you ask me another one.
Yeah.
Then you now come back and say, "Can you give me the measurement?"
another
And
of
I'm
this.
like, "Hold on." Now you're overstepping.
Yes,
Like, you know,
yes.
I want how much knowledge do you share before you say, "Wait, come and pay for training and join the team"? Yeah.
All right. So as I said earlier, I think I have this passion for teaching.
Okay.
I wanted to be a teacher. So even when sometimes I was doing 9 to 5, so one of my colleagues came to me and said, "Cynthia, I don't know how you do it. Anytime I ask you a question,
You know how to.
really explain, and then sometimes you even give me more than what I asked you." So I think it's just in me. So I've trained a lot of people, a couple of them really, and they're doing so well.
Yeah.
Kiddies Imagination,
Yeah.
Kiddies
Well done. I know.
Candy
you can
Rush,
do it.
Party Net, Bubbly Parties. There are so many of them, you know, Moffat parties. Okay, so the truth is that some of these people, too, when they come to you, they also impact. I would lie to you. I noticed that in this our business, you can't know it all.
Yeah.
There was a time I had these people. That's Fumi, Morayo, and Buchi. These people, that's Kiddies Imagination, Moffat, and Party Net. 3 of them, they came together for this training.
Okay.
And they also, in as much as I impacted on them, but they also impacted. These people followed me to my venues. They did overnight setup. Sometimes they'd be like, when I ask them, okay, just tell me, what do you should I place this here? What do you think? They say, okay, no, I think it's better here. Oh no, it's better there. These people really impacted so much on me. Why I did the same for them. So knowledge, in as much as sometimes we be like, some people are really corny. They don't want to come out plain to say, I want to learn. They want to ask questions. When you come in from that angle, I already know you. I clock it out of it. So I can only tell you what I feel like. If I'm in that mood, maybe I might give you all. But then there will be a time I'll get tired. I'll be like, sorry, I won't be able to. Or I'll probably tell you, okay, can you go and meet this person? And truth is that, as I said earlier, nobody knows it all. When I also started, after I learned with cash, so there was a time I wanted to build an entrance. I didn't have any experience with entrance. I called Keys Culture.
Okay.
Yes, that's Olo. So I called her. I saw her on Instagram, was following her. So I called her. That was 2015, right? So I was like, okay, ma, please, you do training. I want to come for Oge. She was like, no, she doesn't do. And I opened up and told her, this is what I wanted. And really, she told me she doesn't do training, but that should come, that she will show me how she did. Yes. So I went to her house. I sat down with her. She explained to me. And then after she did that explanation, I got it and I did it very well. And then after I did that entrance, most of our colleagues then started calling me. So because somebody gave me that knowledge free of charge, she didn't charge me.
You shared.
Exactly. I also gave that same knowledge to these people who called me. I gave them free of charge too. But then again, maybe because of the way I approached her, I told her the truth of what I wanted, and she was willing to. And I also knew that I didn't want to also overstep my band. She already gave me that audience. Okay, come, but I didn't want to start bugging her with, okay, what about this? What about? So that one I asked her for. She gave it to me, and I was fine with it. But some people, when they come to you, they want to be corny, they want to be manipulative, they don't want to come out straight, they don't want to pay you for their service, which is okay. But then don't overdo it. Get that one that you really wanted at that moment and move on. But they want to ask you for this. So once they do, I'll be like, sorry, I will not be able to. And sometimes, in as much as you want to also teach them, but you also don't have the time.
Very busy.
You know how it is with us. In most weekends, either you are here or you are there. So what time really do you have for people who feel they want to be manipulating you? Do you understand?
You don't have
yes,
time for
exactly.
that.
So, but I know that I've trained. For now, I stopped training for some reasons.
Okay.
But maybe I'll continue because I feel knowledge too is not when you impact too. You're also building yourself. So that's the way I see it. So people that I've trained, they're doing so well. And also once in a while, I go back to them. If my head is full with so many emotions, I call them up and be like, okay, this is what happened in my venue. we share, we talk. Some of them will even motivate me and say, no, you could have done this. Okay, maybe you do this better. So as I share my knowledge with them, they're also
sharing and impacting with you. So I get you. So I think it's the point where I'm coming from is this one you said that trying to be smart.
Yes, those ones. We once they do, we already know what they want. Exactly.
You already know
so we know how to also treat them.
So everything is, like you also said, it also depends on, this job is heavy on your mood. Sometimes you are probably somewhere in my head and you are calling,
I know some people must have. There's some people that you ask about Kiddies, they say, this one that does not pickles.
I know. Or
because there are sometimes that your head is full and someone is calling. Sometimes sometimes I put off my phone for 2 days. Yeah. People will say, you are losing business, you are losing money.
You just want to get yourself
exactly. My sanity is very important. In as much as I want to make money, in as much as I want to create. I know that there's this thread that comes when you are done creating. You're saying, oh wow, so I was able to do, you smile, you are happy. But then again, our body also needs rest.
Yeah.
And sometimes like, after all that weekend work, weekend struggles and all of that, you go back to yourself and be like, I need to take care of myself. So sometimes when I really feel like taking care of myself, I put off my phone.
Whatever
business can continue. So that is so imagine if you are in that mood of maybe you want to really rest and somebody is bugging you with 1 or 2 things that is not really your concern. To be honest, you probably just ignore. So sometimes it's not like because you want to be rude or because you don't want to be receptive.
Your mental state.
But exactly, you need that mental rest rather. So
it's hard. The work is hard.
So the work is hard. Exactly. The work is really hard. It's hard.
I hope people can understand.
Yeah.
That's good. So let's go to some fun parts. I feel like I know this answer, but let me just ask you. So big jobs or intimate jobs, which ones do you prefer? I feel like I know the answer. Why am I asking you?
Okay, so what do you think is the answer?
Big jobs. Of course, you like everywhere to be full.
Well, yes. I don't know why. Some people say I do too much, but I think that's where my strength is.
Do too much?
Yeah, some people say I do because I've had someone call me one day and were like, that my vein is looking too many things. I was like, well, that's what I like. I like keep busy.
Experiences. That's what you do. That's what I think.
I just like keep busy. But then I've seen customers who also said, I want it very little, maybe very subtle, classic.
Minimalist.
Yes, very minimalist. So we give it to them. But me, I know that me as a person,
your strength.
I want it big. I want it so many things. Like, okay, come this way, have this experience, move over to the other part of it and have this experience. That's how I like it. But then again, it all depends on what the customer wants. So sometimes the customers will tell you, there was a time that I moved on to being very minimalist too. But then there are some customers that will go back to our old parties.
You see what you were doing before.
Yes. Even of recent, customers will go back to my old party and say, please, this is what I want. I'll be like, but these colors are not. Say, no, I want it. I've had a party where a customer told me that, please, put all the rainbow colors, put red, put yellow. I was like, but now, said, no, please, I don't want it. I can't pay, and then I'm getting something small. Please, give me that old design.
I think I've clocked the fact that I know that people have different styles. And eventually, people will gravitate towards, okay, I like how this looks.
Yeah, what you do is what will attract other people. So whoever comes, you already knows that this is what you are for. Like this, so if you do very minimal items, those people who really want it, they will come to exactly. They will move.
I have a plan. I don't want to mention her name. Even when we are at dinner, she was take it down. I just it's too much. I'm like, hold on, we brought everything, So I've plugged. I know that this person just wants it
very minimal.
Clean and minimal.
Yes.
So I guess it all depends on
exactly.
On the clients.
Yes, all the clients want.
Well done. So again, another question I feel like I know the answer, but I'll ask you.
Okay.
Kids parties or adult parties?
Kids parties forever. Kids parties, please.
Each time they try to drag us to adults.
I hardly post adult parties on my page. Exactly. Kids parties. Even if I'm sleeping, wake me up and say, please, my child is doing birthday. Kids party.
You know what I always say about adult parties? I always say that I get bored.
Right.
So sometimes even when I see videos online, I'll just be like, okay, so after what am I going to do? I need something more. You want to think about it and say
kids parties forever.
Shout out to adults. I mean, I look at everything they do to, and I'm like, man, these guys walk home.
They know what they do. Actually, some parties that I say, I be like, no. I say, Kiddies 7, please, this is not your level. Just come out.
Just respect them and move on. Again, I'm just like, there's something about these kids. And there's this thing they say that kids parties, we're not getting that. People tell me that if you come to adult, you make money. There's a lot of money. I feel like this mental thing you said today. Let me just stick here. Eventually, see what you said. Your first decoration 40K. Now it's getting better. Sometimes when I hear some budgets people are paying, I'll just be there smiling. Like, hey, I wish you. So it will get better.
Yeah, it will get better.
People will pay wedding budgets
Yes,
eventually.
yes.
You know? So well done, and well done to everyone that has pushed. I feel like the newer generation also came in with this spice of look. It has to be big as well. Is it Gen Z or whatever you call them? They brought fire.
Gen Z.
So well done. Well done to everyone that's pushed the kids party industry.
Yeah.
So this will take me to my controversial question I want to ask you.
Okay.
In Nigeria, do you think that we kids party planners do not get enough recognition? That's what I think.
Okay.
But what are your thoughts?
Okay, when you say recognition, is it by the clients or people who are in the event industry?
Okay, so let me break it down and say, so see how weddings trend all the time, and these guys will post, all the blogs will post, Bella Nigeria, all these people. I feel like we kids party planners, let me tell you what happened recently. So you get, I was on Facebook and I saw that Bella Nigeria posted a kids party from America. So I can't remember who did the party. One of the American celebrities did maybe an African themed party or so. So they posted it. I went to attack them and say, oh, so you guys can post children's party from America.
I've never posted anyone from Nigeria.
We've been living in this industry for years. Some of the people came to my comments to say it's because the person did African theme. I said, if they can find a reason to post African theme, they should be able to find a reason to post kids parties in Nigeria. Every day you see weddings trending, you see, and I'm just there like, look at how much effort everybody is making.
We are really,
we are not. I feel like they are not.
No, I get the point where you're coming from. Actually, yes, I don't think people. And most people be like, children. Even when you tell customers, sometimes to be like, am I doing wedding? That's just their first party. Am I doing wedding? So don't know that sometimes we even do more. Well, let me not start bragging that we do more, but then again, it's a whole lot of work. We do a lot of There's little details that comes with children parties, little details, the tiniest details,
and it has to be unique. Everyone has to be unique. I think we do and we deserve. So please,
we deserve some accolades
now.
Well, thank you to Upwem. Last year, if they gave me, I was recognized. I was so like, wow.
Oh wow, that's fantastic for
at least.
Awards.
Yeah, for the awards. I was like,
in
as much as most of us are not even in the organization, we will try. At least we will try, even know how we can.
That award, it blew. See, let me tell you what happened to me. Like this year that I got the nomination. This is a year that, as at September, I was telling my husband that this is the year that determines if I continue or I stop. This 2025 has not been. It's been good. I mean, on the outside, everyone thinks okay, but emotionally, I've struggled a bit. So in September, I was telling my husband that towards the end of the year, I will know if I'm going to carry on or not. Upwem nomination was it?
Yeah, right. At least
that nomination was like
a whole lot.
Hold on, are you saying that what I'm doing is
that
okay?
People are seeing
it.
People are seeing
Come on, let's move on to 2026.
Well, really, yes.
So just to give you an example of what that nomination can do.
Yes,
so people think, it's not a big deal. But
anytime I even look at my award at home, I smile. I be like, even though sometimes I feel like giving up, but when I look at it, I be like,
it's a big deal. It's a recognition. And congratulations to Candy Rush.
She won next year. Thank you
for this year, and that's your studio as well.
Yeah,
great work all around. I mean, everything. There's a lot to be proud of. I'm so proud of all of us. Yeah, well done. So I want to ask you for anything you say now. I'm going to learn from you too. So, what can you advise us? Close out all kids party planners, upcoming, those that have been there. Anything that.
Okay, so I think what we can do is to avoid unnecessary competition that are not worth it. Yeah, all of us are doing well in our own ways. But then I feel some people, not all, some people, sometimes when you discuss with some people, you'll be like, what are we really competing for? Do you understand? We are all good in our own ways. The one you can do, you do it very well. Everybody has their own strengths. Yeah. Keep up with your own strengths. Get better, but then don't go and talk down on somebody's own because yes, I've seen a couple of them. Maybe people will call me and be like, oh, this client said wanted to give a job to this person. This person say, no, don't give this person. She's this or she's that. Wow. What are we really competing for? Is not necessary. We all have our strength. We all know what we can do better. So I try to be better than what I've done before. Not trying to fight party go because I feel, oh, maybe she's having more jobs than me. I might not have her strength. You can do as much as 10 jobs in a week. Can I really do it? So everybody has his or her own strength. So do the one you can do. Don't talk down on your fellow people because you want to really get the job. So I feel that's number one thing for me. Let's try to come together. We discuss. We know where we always get knowledge from each other. You can't know it all, really. Exactly. There are some times where I call my people, please, I'm tired. Please come and help me. This is my friend Ebere. Ebere has been very wonderful. So most times I call her, say, "Babe, I have a job this weekend. Please come. What can you do for me?" You know, she not that she even leave what she's doing because at that moment,
company name?
her company name is Chick. She does cake too. Chick pastries.
Chick pastries.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, Chick pastries. Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember her other name for event. She's also
Okay,
a
she does
event
events
planner.
as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Okay.
She also does. But so most time I call her, I say, but she's like, be like, "Oh boy, okay, you know it already." I say, "No, I don't know it.
Need support.
I don't know it." You know, that's something that when you talk to someone, you feel better. There's something that you'll be like, "Oh, I'm really getting it right," but the other person might tell you, "No, you're getting it right, but it could have been better if it's done this way." So I feel we can come together, you know, help each other when necessary, not unnecessary competition and trying to, you know, talk down on people, you know. So I think that's basically what I feel.
You know, one thing that helped me or I've learned, I feel like just trying to be positive and just doing your own thing has helped in a way. You know, it might look as if you are just there, but I'm a big believer of energy.
Yeah, right.
So if there's kind of negativity, I feel like, you know, so I try to just focus and just say, look, I'm just going to,
which is very important.
Very important. Because when all those things happen, so sometimes when I just hear one or two things, I'm just, how now? When I'm just doing my thing, like, for when now?
Yeah.
Like, you know? But it's okay. We're all humans and we all should just try. At the end of the day, like you said, we can learn from each other.
Yes,
everybody
share knowledge.
And share knowledge. I have some people to talk to in the next 3 hours, and one of the things I was going to tell them was that, look, don't joke with looking at what people are doing. Other people, when I say look, I don't mean like you're going to copy or you are going. Most of the time I've upped my game is because men, look around me, everybody's upping their game.
Yes.
You know, you need to move. It's not because I'm trying to compete, but I'm also trying to be better. So you need to be aware. You need to be, you know that man, to get ahead, I have to improve.
Yes,
how do I improve? I can learn from other people. All these wedding people I'm saying, I follow them because I want to look and say, oh, okay, I'm not doing weddings, but you guys
can always get inspired.
How can I be inspired?
Yes, you get inspired.
Yeah, so I think that's the best way. Thank you so much. That's really brilliant. I've learned so much from you today.
Thank you.
I think the most important one for me is making sure that my emotional and my mental state is top.
Very important.
That way I can achieve. Way I can achieve. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I'm so delighted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. I'm sure you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have. Again, I'm going to say, please subscribe to YouTube. If you don't subscribe, what's the point? I won't be able to come back here with my next guest. So please subscribe, follow on Instagram, engage, share, and like. See you in the next one. Thank you so much.